Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Our final chart problem that we're going to discuss today is a cost and coin problem. More specifically, this is a coin problem. So essentially, we're going to jump right into it, and we are going to fill out our tables up here. We're going to fill out what our labels are going to be, and then solve our equation. Okay. So essentially, the basic information that you need to have is we're talking about 26 coins. They're all dollars and quarters. So when we're talking about these could be those Susan B. Anthony coins that we're actually talking about here in this context. Okay, so we're going to talk about quarters, dollars, and those add up to 8 total. Okay, so those are my three qualifiers over here on the side, and they add up to $17 in value. So that would be my total all the way over here. Okay, again, here I have another total. And now what we're talking about that we have to have up here, we have to have the number of each coin, okay? So how many are there? And then the value of the coin. So what is it actually worth, okay? So what we know that the value of a coin is worth, we know a quarter is worth 25 cents. We know that a dollar is worth, obviously, $1, $1, okay? So now we just have to figure out, nothing that would go in that cell, okay? Now we just have to figure out how many of each coin we actually have. We know that there's a total of 26. We're going to use that to our advantage. Okay? So I'm going to say that I'm going to use my quarters as my variable. I don't know how many quarters there are, so I'm going to give that the variable Q. Okay? I do know then that if I have Q quarters, how would I calculate for the number of dollars? I would take 26 and subtract the number of quarters from that. Okay? This could be the exact opposite if you went the other direction. You could start with D dollars, and then you would have 26 minus D for the number of quarters, okay? I just chose to write it in terms of quarters because it made my my actual equation a lot simpler, okay? And you'll see what I mean in a minute, all right? So now we are going to multiply these through because I would take 25 cents times the number of quarters, which gets me 0.25Q. And then I would use my distributive property over here, which it's nice that I have a $1. And I come over and I would say, all right, well, it's 26 times 1, which is 26, minus 1 times Q, which is Q. Okay? And then this is the information that we will use in order to solve our equation. So a total we know is through addition. So I'm taking 0.25Q plus 26 minus Q, and that's going to equal 17. Okay? So now we just solve my equation. I'm going to combine these together to make it negative 0.75Q plus 26 equals 17. And now I just solve my equation. Now I may turn this into a fraction, make my life a little bit easier in the end. Okay? So I'm going to make that negative 3/4 Q. That's equal to negative 9. And you'll see why I turned that into a fraction, because then I multiply by my reciprocal over here. Multiply by my reciprocal, put that over 1. And now I do a little cross reduction where Q is equal to, I'll cross reduce, 1, 3, Q is equal to 12, meaning I have 12 quarters. And then I could actually answer this question. Just going to erase this so I have a little bit more room. So final solution. There are 12 quarters, and then 26 minus 12 would be $14. Okay. And then how I would check that, I would just actually calculate it. So 14, obviously the $14, 14 times 1 is 14, and then 25 cents, if I have 12 quarters, that would be $3. Add those together, I get a total of $17 in the end.